Recreational marijuana is now legal in California, but it's a muted rollout, especially in major cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, because the licensing procedure is still not fully in place.
So what can we expect today and in the coming weeks? Aaron Lachant is a partner of the Nelson Hardiman law firm and a member of the Los Angeles County Advisory Working Group on Cannabis Regulation. He is the only attorney in that group. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So a reported 1,400 recreational marijuana licenses in the state that are pending right now. Why is that? And when the referendum was passed over a year ago in November of 2016, so why would there still be that many?
There's a lot of excitement about recreational marijuana. In order to engage in recreational marijuana sales, a business needs a local permit and a state license. A lot of people are submitting for their state licenses, but the city of LA isn't on board yet with the local permits. They're expected to get on board sometime around January 3rd, where existing legal businesses can apply first for a local temporary license. That becomes the basis for a state license. And how did we get here? You know, the city of Los Angeles is the largest market for commercial cannabis. It's unlike any other city in the country. And building a regulatory program from the ground up takes time. City officials have been working on this for 2 years. You know, they're a few weeks behind their state counterparts, but if it takes a couple more weeks to get the licenses issued to the correct businesses, then that's a good thing for everybody.
What should people know about folks who are providing cannabis right now? I mean, if there are people who are not doing it legally, is that right? That's
correct. And there, as we've seen on your program this morning, there's a lot of excitement for commercial cannabis here in Los Angeles. There were lines around the block. In city of Los Angeles, nobody is permitted to engage in commercial cannabis sales. You'll have to go to a place like West Hollywood, and in the city of Los Angeles, the existing dispensaries will probably continue to do medical sales and until city officials step in and say otherwise. I think an important hallmark of what folks are going to see as to the difference between an illegal and legal operation is prices. The legal folks are going to have higher prices to account for the new state and local taxes, and we're talking big taxes.
So with you mentioning all these illegal operators out there that are still doing it without the proper licenses and permits, do you anticipate that there's going to be an uptick when it comes to, you know, enforcement from regulators?
There's probably going to be an uptick, and we'll get more information later today. The city of LA and LAPD are hosting a press conference at 1 o'clock where they're going to talk about this very issue. But by and large, we don't expect the regulators to come in and find foot-fault violations against operators who are making a good faith effort to transition to the regulated system. What we know from the regulators is that they're looking to enforce the laws against the most egregious actors, the businesses that have no basis for operating whatsoever. And the city of LA has a host of new enforcement tools which folks are hoping they'll utilize. $20,000 a day civil penalties and the ability to cut the electricity at any location where an unlicensed cannabis business is operating.
So in the city of LA, you've talked about some of the things that are moving forward. It seems to me that over the years with the medical marijuana that there were laws that said you couldn't open new stores, and then yet there were new stores exploding all over the place. The rules seem to go back and forth on that. Is it going to be clearer with the recreational use?
With the recreational use and just any sort of cannabis use going forward, it's going to be a very black and white issue. Does the business have a state license? Does the business have a local permit? If the answer to any of those questions is no, it's an illegal operation subject to the city's enforcement measures.
Okay.
All right, interesting stuff. Thanks for being here this morning once again. Aaron Lachant is a partner with the Nelson Hardiman law firm and a member of the Los Angeles County Advisory Working Group on Cannabis Regulation. Thanks so much for being here. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
I'm sure we'll be calling you in again because
we do have a lot of questions.
So many questions about this. So
and I think people do too, just generally speaking, who have never, you know, been to one of those places, how it all works. So appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.